Had the hot hand.
And here's Augustine. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Adams kicks to Augustine. Collison with the screen for Augustine. Clock is at 3. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Collison's got his second bucket tonight. Spurs trail by 9. West a screen at Augustine. Mills dishes to Dial. The Thunder pull it in. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Augustine, no luck.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play.
Now here's Mills. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Anderson against Durant. Down low. And it's Collison that time on the assist by Durant. And it's 6 points for Collison.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Ginobili with the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep. And so the first quarter is in the books. Thunder lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve. And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. And they're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Now here's Parker. Pass to Aldridge. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
It's been said time and time again that playing in Oklahoma City is one of the tougher places to play in the league. Last year we saw it as well. This place, Greg, gets so loud when the Thunder are rolling.
And even though the Thunder missed the playoffs, the Chesapeake Energy Arena was as loud as ever. Really helps when you are the show in a city.
And he gets it to go. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Kicks to Aldridge, fires the 3, and again it's the Spurs from deep.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. And even though the injuries hurt the Thunder, last year at home they were still as strong as ever. I mean, a home record of 29-12 is pretty darn good. Unfortunately, they were in a very tough Western Conference.
Now here's Parker after Enes Kanter's miss. And it's Leonard again missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The feed to Waiters. The 10-footer. Here's Morrow. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Morrow's got 5 now.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot. And part of why the Thunder were so good at home was their attention to detail on the defensive end of the floor. They were a top 5 defense at home. They had the best rebound differential in the league at home. And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Duncan, the pass to Parker. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And Waiters kicks to Morrow. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And it's a 10-point Thunder lead.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter. All right, a chance to check out the stats for Ibaka. He had a strong showing last season. Came in about 14 points per, 7 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And on both ends of the floor, he's a guy they look for to take up space inside.
Yes, he does. Rebounds, block shots, all the dirty work, so other guys can look pretty.
So it's San Antonio now, trailing by 10. Here's Duncan. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Parker with it. Outside Aldridge. Gets an open look and hits. Aldridge has got 7 points for the quarter.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. And you get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
There's a screen by Canner. From 13, San Antonio with the rebound. Green's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Passes it to Leonard. Lots of room. And the Spurs scoring again.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game. You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
The pass to Morrow. Westbrook against Parker. And Westbrook, here we go. Waiters gets a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 8 points for Dion Waiters. Inside, they kick it out to Green. Pass to Parker. The dish to Duncan. And Duncan gets double teamed. 6 on the shot clock. It's Parker outside. No good. And the Thunder going the other way now. They've led by as much as 10.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Now here's Green after Dion Waiters' miss. Green kicks to Duncan. Back to Parker. Parker with another miss.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Screen by Ibaka. Westbrook drives in. San Antonio with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
The Thunder leading by 5. Westbrook kicks to Morrow. He dishes it to Waiters. He kicks it to Cantor. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. From deep, Morrow, that's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Over in the corner, Green. Waiters grabs the miss. Oklahoma City's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Feeds to Ibaka. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Durant subbed in for Anthony Morrow. Aldridge dishes to Ginobili. Parker right side, 14 feet away. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. And that's now 6 points for Parker.
And you know, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and free will in nature. The two clashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
Spurs trail by 6. Parker kicks to Leonard. From 10 feet out, and he hits the jump shot. Leonard's got 14 points for the game. Oklahoma City has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. Getting back to Ginobili and Popovich, everyone thought Popovich would break Ginobili of his reckless ways, but in fact, you know this, it was the opposite.
You know, Pop recognized he had something special in Ginobili, and it ended up changing his own philosophy, I mean, which I think speaks to the greatness of Greg Popovich. I mean, he was quoted as saying, you know, he does things, Ginobili, that win games. It taught me to watch a little bit more and not be so micromanagement-like, and not sure Pop's ever said that about anybody else.
Now Ginobili, following Durant's 3-point attempt, just 2 to shoot, can't hit from 12. The Thunder leading by 4. Dishes it to Westbrook. Ibaka outside. Pass to Westbrook. There's a screen. Off the pick. And powered down the jam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He said to them, goal number 1 is to drive the lane and put pressure on them inside. That's where he wants their scoring to come from. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. I'm sure coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Spurs trail by 10. West kicks to Anderson. He feeds it to Diaw. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Diaw's got 7.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce ball.
And Adams with the slam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Ejected by Collison. Durant against Ginobili. Now here's Collison. He's covered closely. Westbrook, no good.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Out to West. West to screen on Augustine. The feed to Anderson. Picked by West. Shoots off the screen. No luck. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Thunder up by 10. And
Yes, Kevin,
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq, let's get your opinion on their game so far.
They had a focus to working inside, and it's working, Ernie. They've done a great job of recognizing mismatches, a.k.a. barbecue chicken down low, taking advantage. He can't guard that man down there, Ernie. The entry passes have been sharp, and it's led to a lot of points. When you control the paint, you control the game, and they've done that so far.
Kenny, how do you think San Antonio played?
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
all right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Spurs trail by 10. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2, and it's Cantor in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Parker passes to Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 6 assists in the game. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Outside Westbrook. Duncan with the block. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Westbrook with the block. And he gets it back. Leonard kicks to Green. That doesn't go either for Green.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
That's good. 8 points for Tim Duncan.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
And Westbrook, here we go, somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And the Thunder lead by 8.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And Duncan gets it to go in. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Westbrook dishes to Waiters. Back to Westbrook, a 3 ball. But he gets it back.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That's good from Cantor. And Cancer did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year, but they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27. Had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Green kicks to Aldridge. Good on the triple. Aldridge has got 11 points. We knew the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs, Clark, epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Yeah, and with about 3 weeks left in the season, the Spurs were sitting in the 7th playoff spot. Then they go on a tear and win 11 games in a row to jump to number 2. Finally lose 1 game, and they're all the way back to 6.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old one-hander. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Kicks it to Leonard. Spurs passing it around. Aldridge, no luck. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Passes it to Waiters. Leonard with the steal. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Waiters. And that one is hammered home.
The guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Double team on Parker. And here's Green outside. No good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And the basket good. 14 points for Dion Waiters.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well-coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
4 on the shot clock. And Leonard gets it to go.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Ibaka, good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists now in the game.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression. Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Waiters. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Westbrook passes to Durant. Tipped away and stolen by Aldridge. Here's Leonard. Here's Green. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. In the third spot, the Spurs.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
A different look now for San Antonio. West is checked in for Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. There's the pick. Leonard on the wing, defended by Durant. Morrow dishes to Durant. Drains it from beyond the arc. Durant's got 12.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Duncan left side. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. And that's 12 points for Duncan.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
And the pass to Durant. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
Westbrook, no good.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Nick Collison's checked in for the Thunder. Augustine comes in for Russell Westbrook. San Antonio also making some changes. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Kyle Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And Cantor drops them both. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
The Thunder leading by 17. And Augustine kicks to Durant. There's the screen. From deep, Morrow. San Antonio with the rebound. West has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Stolen by Cantor. Here's Durant. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
What a performance from Durant here. 15 points and 8 dimes. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. The San Antonio Spurs, a team that has had such a strong core and is so disciplined, Clark, it's hard to see them struggle, even think of them struggling, even on the road.
Well, you know, last season they did have trouble at times on the road, but 22-19, still not too bad.
Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
And for the Spurs on the road, it was the scoring. They were so good at home, but scored 8.5 points less per game on the road. That was the biggest margin in the NBA.
And the basket by Diaw.
What a pass by the fearless Manu Ginobili. Great teamwork.
The Thunder leading by 17. They set the screen. It's Durant on the wing. 5 on the clock, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Boy, it's been a long time since the Spurs had a losing record on the road, so there aren't any concerns for them. I mean, they've never had a losing road record since Tim Duncan was drafted. Wow, that's back to 1997.
And David West gets the whistle that time. Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
The free throw drops for Durant.
For Durant, KD did try to return last season, but that foot just wouldn't cooperate, and that's when they had to shut him down.
Durant hits them both.
One last thing with Durant's foot. Foot injuries can be a scary thing in the NBA. Along with knees, those are the injuries you don't want to risk anything with. And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Diaw, the screen. Mills passes to Diaw. Hits the three-point bomb. Diaw's got 7 points for the quarter.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Morrill kicks to Augustine. Lets it go from deep. No luck. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Clark, you know, they went 25-27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
Spurs trail by 18. It's Anderson with the drive. Here's West. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. From deep. Good. Durant's got 24 points.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Diaw with the screen on Augustine. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
San Antonio making a switch here. Green's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
West guy's still very strong as a player, but clearly it's his leadership that sets him apart. Does all those little intangibles that help teams win games.
Spurs trail by 21. Now here's Mills. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Nice job coming off that screen.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Oklahoma City has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Augustine setting the pick for Durant. Morrill kicks to Augustine. Inside Leaner. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Adams has got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Ginobili kicks it to West. Misses from short range.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Augustine with it. Now Green defending. They set the pick. Durant kicks to Morrow. The kick out to Collison. 16 feet away. Buries the jump shot. 8 points for him.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Ginobili up top. He's got 7. They kick it out to Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got his 4th assist in this one. Durant just inside the line. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Thunder just dominating this one. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Now Westbrook on the floor for San Antonio. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the center filling out the middle. And Westbrook, here we go, uses both hands to slam it down.
You're kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
Shots good by Waiters.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Aldridge a screen. Parker double teamed. And the wide open shot from Green. That doesn't go either for Green.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Pulls up. High post. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Westbrook dishes to Ibaka. Rebounded by the Spurs. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Parker outside. Pass to Green. Goes up from the top of the key. And too long on the shot. Thunder have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Durant with a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Stolen by Cantor. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Westbrook leading the charge. Green with the block. Westbrook against Parker. The dish to Leonard. The fader. San Antonio again missing. The Thunder have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. But they recover it. Durant kicks to Westbrook. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. Leonard with the steal. Here's Parker. Outside Leonard. Green the screen. Leonard draws the double. Shot clock at 6. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Durant the pass to Westbrook.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
Leonard against Ibaka. Feeds it to Aldridge. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Westbrook dishes to Ibaka. And stolen by Aldridge. Outside, Green. From 12 feet out, Parker's shot is off.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Durant kicks to Westbrook. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. 21 points for Russell Westbrook. Parker outside. Out to the right wing. And here's Leonard from three. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Nobody near Parker. Parker with another miss.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
And Waiters kicks to Westbrook. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Trying to find Green. He's got it now. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
How can you describe an alley-oop that far away? I mean, wow.
There's not much you can say.
I tell you what, that was Hail to Mary, guys. That was a long bomb.
Aldridge a screen. Look from Green. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Green's got 4 this quarter.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Here's Westbrook. Duncan with the block. They get it back. Green with the ball. And it's Waiters picking him up. Parker passes to Green. Takes a three, and he gets it to go.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
The Thunder leading by 21. Screen by Ibaka. Ibaka with the screen on Leonard.
And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. McGarry's checked in for Cantor. Kyle Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. Roberson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Ibaka drawing the double team. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. As you said, Greg, there are a ton of sibling pairs in the NBA. Even more, Clark, if you include the D-League.
Well, you start with the Plumlees, the Gasols, the Teagues, Zellers. For twins, you have the Lopez twins, Morris twins, the Zellers, Gasols, Teagues, Steph, and Seth Curry. Count 2 with the D-League.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Here's Marjanovic. Can't make good off the pick. The Thunder leading by 20. And here's Payne. Singler outside. He dishes it to Roberson. He kicks it to Payne. 6 to shoot. Pass to Singler. Here's Roberson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for McGarry. Morrow comes in for Kyle Singler. Dion Waiters checked in for Andre Roberson. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. Spurs trail by 20. Parker with it.
And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
And the basket by Morrow. San Antonio's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Parker kicks it to West. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Westbrook with it. Picked up by Ginobili. Morrow, no good. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Westbrook kicks to Morrow. There's the pick. Dishes it to Waiters. He feeds it to Westbrook. Waiters with a screen on Parker. Morrow the pass to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock to the left side wing. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Parker dishes to Leonard. Aldridge a screen. Inside. And it's blocked by Adams. That's good. 22 points for LaMarcus Aldridge. And the Thunder with the possession here. Now here's Westbrook. There's the feed to Waiters.
And over the course of last season and really the last decade, we have seen three-point shooting on the rise. Teams have been making the most of the efficiency of that shot, and it's a big part of successful offenses in the modern NBA.
And with the three-pointers, the best teams in the NBA are great, Adam Clark. All 4 of the conference finals teams from last year were tops in the NBA in 3.
Yeah, it's definitely a predominant stat in the NBA now, and you look at some of the numbers. Curry broke his own record for made threes in a season. The Rockets set the team record. It's a real part of the game that you have to be good at to succeed in the league.
The Thunder leading by 22. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He used the word patience several times in describing what he'd like to see from their offense. It's not a run-and-gun approach he wants from them. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. San Antonio's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the 4th. Here's Duncan. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Spurs trail by 20. Ginobili outside. Right side Aldridge. Turnaround Jay, and he gets it to go. Aldridge has got 24 points.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Thunder.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Your hope is to take charge of a season series by winning that first game. This will put them up 1-0 with 3 games still left to play this year against the Spurs.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for Kevin Durant. What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Screen by Ibaka. Westbrook kicks to Waiters. From deep, Morrow. Rebound, San Antonio.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Parker's shot is off.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like
Kevin, what?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along